put my son into a coma. The pill bottle was in his hand when I walked into his room, my husband's old Ambien, the prescription from before he died. What are you doing? I asked. Owen looked up at me, 15 years old, eyes glassy. Talking to Dad. My husband died in March. Heart attack. Dropped dead in the driveway while getting the mail. Owen found him. 6 months later, Owen's been different. Quiet, distant. His therapist kept saying it was normal grief. This wasn't normal. He comes when I take these, Owen said, holding up the bottle. Not like a ghost, like a dream, but it feels real. I sat on his bed. How long? Since the funeral. He took another pill while I sat there. I should have stopped him, called someone, flushed the rest, but I didn't, because I wanted to know what he saw. What does he say? I asked. Owen's eyes were already drooping. He tells me about his day, asks about school, says he misses you. My chest tightened. Owen fell asleep mid-sentence. I sat there for an hour, watching him breathe, thinking about my husband, about how I'd never hear his voice again, unless. The next night, I brought Owen 2 pills instead of 1. Mom, I only take 1. He'll stay longer with 2. Owen stared at the pills in my hand, then took them both. He was out in 15 minutes. I waited next to him, hoping something would happen. Nothing. 3 pills the next night. Owen slept for 14 hours. When he woke up, he said Dad took him fishing, showed him the cabin they'd planned to build. It was so real, Mom. I needed that. 4 pills, 5, 6. Owen stopped going to school, stopped eating unless I forced him. He just wanted to sleep. I'm worried about you, I said. Don't be. I'm with Dad. A week later, Owen didn't wake up. I shook him, called his name, nothing. I dialed 911. The paramedics asked what he took. I showed them the empty bottle. They counted, looked at me. When did he start? Last night, I lied. At the hospital, the doctor pulled me aside. Your son's in a medication-induced coma. His system's overloaded. Will he wake up? Eventually. How long has he been taking these? I told the truth. 6 months. Increasing doses. The doctor's face went hard. You knew? They admitted Owen to ICU. Police showed up an hour later. They arrested me that night. Child endangerment. Owen woke up 3 days later. Groggy, confused. First thing he asked was if he could go back to sleep. The nurse said no. He cried. They kept him in psychiatric care for 2 weeks. I wasn't allowed to visit. When they released him, he went to live with my sister. I get supervised visits once a month. Last time I saw him, he looked clear-eyed, present. I'm not mad at you, he said. I didn't respond. I get why you did it. You missed him too. Owen stood to leave, paused at the door. Dad's not in the dreams anymore. I think he left when I woke up. He walked out. My sister calls every week with updates. Says Owen's doing better, going back to school. But last Tuesday, she mentioned something. She found him in the bathroom, staring at the medicine cabinet. My husband's old pill bottles were lined up on the counter. Owen wasn't taking them, just counting.